A man playing a Minecraft obby telling a story. In the beginning, before there was anything, there was silence. There were no stars, no planets, no light, and no darkness, just a deep, boundless nothingness beyond comprehension. This vast emptiness was the primordial void, timeless and formless, waiting for something to stir within it. And then, out of this silence, something profound happened. A spark, infinitesimal yet more powerful than anything that would ever come after, ignited the beginning of everything. This spark was not an explosion in the way we understand it, but a blooming of pure energy, erupting from a single point of unimaginable density and heat. As it expanded outward, time and space themselves began to unfold. The energy within that initial moment was raw and untamed, radiating across the nothingness, transforming it, giving birth to what we would one day call the universe. In this early universe, particles formed and collided in a chaotic dance. Matter and antimatter were created in equal parts, instantly destroying one another in blazes of energy. But for reasons still mysterious, a tiny excess of matter over antimatter allowed some particles to survive, eventually coalescing and forming the building blocks of everything to come. This imbalance would make all future existence possible. In the cosmic cauldron, hydrogen and helium nuclei formed, the simplest elements in nature. The universe was still young, barely a few minutes old, and yet it had already evolved from a singularity into a fiery realm of swirling particles and energy. For hundreds of thousands of years, this primal sea of particles remained impossibly hot and dense, preventing light from traveling freely. The universe was opaque, a dense fog of plasma through which no beam of light could pass. But as it expanded, it also cooled, and after roughly 380,000 years, the particles slowed enough to combine into neutral atoms. At last, the fog lifted, allowing the first light to shine across the cosmos in what we now call the cosmic microwave background. As the universe continued its expansion, the gas began to gather into vast clouds. Under the influence of gravity, these clouds started to collapse inward, forming the first stars. Within these stars, the true alchemy of creation began. In their fiery cores, atoms fused together to form heavier elements, forging the ingredients for future planets, plants, animals, and eventually, us. When these early stars exhausted their fuel, they exploded in brilliant supernovae, scattering their enriched guts across space. The heavy elements, carbon, oxygen, iron, and more, were cast out, seeding the universe with the raw materials for life. In the vast stretches of time that followed, these elements came together to form new stars, planets, and galaxies. Stars orbited in spirals, clustering in vast galactic formations. Nebulae glowed in the dark, remnants of exploded stars, lit by the radiation of young suns forming within them. The universe was taking on structure, an immense tapestry of stars and galaxies stretching out in every direction, each moving away from each other as space itself expanded. In one of the spiral arms of an ordinary galaxy, our solar system began to form from a cloud of gas and dust. Over millions of years, the gas and dust collapsed, forming the sun at its center, with planets coalescing from the remaining material around it. Earth, a tiny rocky planet, emerged within the Goldilocks zone, where conditions were just right for liquid water, a precursor to life. Comets and asteroids bombarded this young Earth, bringing water and organic molecules that would one day become the first building blocks of living organisms. On Earth, life began in the oceans as single-celled organisms. Over billions of years, these simple organisms evolved, diversifying into complex multicellular life, plants, animals, and eventually, human beings capable of looking up at the stars, questioning their origins. We are products of stardust, born from the remnants of ancient supernovae, forged in the fires of long-dead stars. Now, as we gaze into the night sky, we are witnessing light that has traveled billions of years to reach us, telling us stories of the universe's earliest days. Each star, each galaxy, is a time capsule, a reminder of the journey from that first spark of creation to the boundless cosmos we see today. And we are not just observers of the universe, we are its offspring, born from that ancient cosmic fire. The universe, now sprawling and intricate, continues to expand, its galaxies moving ever farther apart. What started as a single tiny point has blossomed into a vast, complex reality beyond imagination. The story of the universe's beginning is not merely history. It is a reminder of the deep connections we have to everything around us, a cosmic narrative written across time and space.